Yesterday, our country was sold out to the highest bidder by our senators. And I usually don't make videos like this because I don't like getting involved in politics. I don't like dividing our fan base between Republicans and Democrats and everyone else. But this, to me, is one of the most unpartisan issues that I've ever come across. If you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat, whatever you are in between, this story, this appeal affects you negatively. This bill passed the Senate floor yesterday. They repealed a protection called Protecting the Privacy of Customers of Broadband and Other Telecommunication Services. Now, this bill was put in place to prevent ISPs, internet service providers, from selling our browsing history to the highest bidder. That includes anyone you've spoken to, websites that you've been on, apps that you've downloaded. Pretty much anything you do online with this bill being repealed is for sale. It may not be like such a big deal to you. You're like, what? Who cares about what porn I watch? It's a slippery slope, guys. If you hold public office, which apparently these old fucks don't realize that they're about to get blackmailed by repealing this bill. If you're a public figure, if you're anybody, your browsing history can be used to blackmail you. It can be used to smear you. And it's just a slippery slope to the long road of completely repealing net neutrality. If you're not American, you'd be like, oh, this doesn't affect me. It does affect you, dude, because all this shit permeates to the rest of the world. The UK, just like a few months ago, passed a similar bill, okay? But here's the best part about that bill. The Congress who passed it made an exemption to themselves. So they're like, you can spy on the citizens. That's fine. But you can't spy on us. We don't care as long as we don't get spied on. As if these companies aren't making enough money. They're already charging us gouging prices for shitty internet. Like compared to the rest of the world, America has some of the slowest internet, okay? And they're charging us even more than other countries pay. They're already allowed to serve us ads based on our browsing history. Do we really need to give them a third option to make money by completely hoarding out our privacy to anyone who wants to buy it? Why are we catering to them, trying to make them more money at the compromise of our own fucking welfare? The question I have when I see something like this is just why? Why are you doing this? Why are you bothering? Why are you wasting your time to introduce legislation that hurts everybody across the board so that AT&T and Comcast can make more money? Why? Well, let's look at the charts here. Let's have a look, guys. So here are all of the senators who introduced the bill, who co-sponsored it. And here you can see how much money each of them has received from these telecommunication companies. You've got your big boys like Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is one of the greatest Americans. I mean, this guy, he looks like an elf, and he's got the spark of Satan deep below his eyeballs. Also, he spits up tonsil stones and swallows them live on stage. Ted Cruz, great guy. So let's see. Ted Cruz received $21,000 from Verizon, $32,000 from Comcast, $45,000 from AT&T, and, a couple thousand here and there from all the other people. Looks like well over $100,000 was received from Ted Cruz. And how I imagine this happening is like these lobbying groups go, hey, I'm going to give you $150,000. Here is a joint resolution, a little thing. We already wrote it for you. Just introduce it on the floor. We'll give you $150,000, and that's it. God bless. Great deal. And Ted Cruz is like, I have no soul. I have no soul or scruples. I have no moral integrity. I don't mind selling out my country to make $150,000 to get reelected. All that matters to me is holding my power and staying in office. I actually don't care if I'm completely fucking over my constituents and sending us on a slippery slope to an actual Big Brother future reality. I don't even care if people can sift through my internet history because I'm too fucking old and out of touch to understand how the internet works. The total amount is $1.7 million, which might sound like a lot of money, but my first thought was like, damn, you're selling us out for $1.7 million? I thought I was fucking worth more than that. You selling out your people for $1.7 million, guys? I thought it was a hot date. I thought my ass was candy. I have tried to understand this. There is no logical explanation for why this bill was repealed. None. I see money. I don't see any gain for citizens of the world. All I see is money and some out-of-touch old fucks. So if you don't know, this is how bills work. It already passed the Senate. It's going to the House of Representatives. If it passes there, it goes to the president. If he signs it, it goes into law. And it's looking like it's going to pass all those stages right now. So there is still stuff we can do, which I'll get into later. But I tell you what we will do if this passes, right? I'm thinking, let's crowdfund some money, okay? Let's raise a bunch of money, buy, the internet history of our congressmen, of our House of Representatives, every single one of them that signed that bill, all their family members. Let's buy their internet history. Let's sift through it. Let's see what kind of fucking weird shit they've been watching. Some weird prego midget puke porn. Yes, that's a thing, and I bet they're watching it. Let's see how their family and friends feel about that. Let's see how their voters feel about all the weird prego porn they've been watching. Maybe Ted Cruz is actually the guy who does the baby syringe shit. I wouldn't be surprised if Ted Cruz was holding that syringe and plugging it into a baby's ass right now. Let's get to the bottom of this, Teddy. Let's go. Here's the good news, guys. It's passed the Senate, but it has to be voted still on the House. And there's stuff we can do to make our representatives in the House say no to this shit. We have to make them know that signing this bill is not okay. And if you sign this bill, guess who will not be voting for you when re-election comes up, okay? There's some really easy ways to find out who's your House of Representative. I'm going to put it in the description. All you do is click the link, put in your zip code, and it gives you all the names of your House of Representatives in your area. You call them, you email them. I'll put templates in the descriptions, things that you can say if you call, things that you can write if you email to say, hey, this is not cool. Don't vote for this. I will not vote for you. Be polite, but just let them know if this bill passes, we will be buying your browsing history and showing all the weird prego puke porn you've been watching to your daughters and your wife and your voters, okay? Politely just say, we will ruin your life. Be surprised. You can make a change if you just pick up the phone and make a call. And I really do think we can make a difference. Pick up your phones, send some emails. I think we can kill this fucking bill together, guys. Let's show these old geezers trying to sell us out what street power is about. And I'm just saying, if it does pass, start downloading all your favorite porn now. Okay? Because you do not want that shit to be public. I know what you've been watching. That shit's weird, dude. That shit is not okay, not cool. Download it now. Just put it in a folder deep, like 5 folders deep somewhere on your desktop, so nobody ever has to know that you're watching that weird shit. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get on the phones. Let's make a difference. Make prego puke porn great again, guys. God bless you. Thanks for watching.